Country music artists typically have a very special relationship with their fans. Now that Suzy Bogguss is touring again, she's gotten plenty of feedback from her fans, and she's taken it to heart. While considering songs for her latest album, she kept coming back to a set that spoke to her, and they were all written by Merle Haggard. Now, this is not meant to be a tribute album, but more her interpretation of his songs. Through a Kickstarter campaign, her fans stepped up to help, raising over $75,000 in less than 30 days. Suzy released that finished project, Lucky, last month, and we headed out to her release party to celebrate.
Suzy Bogguss' brand new album, Lucky, just hit streets this week, and it is amazing. All Merle songs, but you said this isn't a tribute album.
It's not exactly a tribute album. I mean, I'm doing his songs, so you know, in a way, I'm trying to get people to focus on how great of a songwriter he is.
Right.
So it's, you know, it's a little bit different than just sort of on Merle as an artist. It's really the songwriting that's the thing I'm trying to get people to you know, really notice and pay attention to.
You know, you said that you grew up listening to these songs. They were on the 8-track when your dad was driving around in his truck. So talk to me about some of those memories and experiences and how you took that and twisted it into your own sound using those songs.
Well, I grew up with some of them. Some of them, these are from the 80s. I wish I was still a kid in the 80s, but I was not. So, you know, I kind of mixed it up with some of the older ones and some of the newer ones. Mostly just trying to pick the ones that I felt like I could be convincing on, and that sort of, you know, ones that I felt I could relate to enough that I could put them across in a genuine way. So that was my idea.
And that's the thing, written from a male perspective, all of these songs with Merle, and being such an incredible songwriter, when I heard it and I heard your take on it, it fits from a female perspective just as well.
And that's kind of the thing that people are surprised about, because he's a very, very masculine artist. But he also really taps into such a human experience. You know, the relationship songs are so deep. They're, you know, it's like they sound so simple because he is such a great lyricist, and the melodies are beautiful and fun to sing. But when you really get down to it, these are really deep songs. They're, you know, they're things about complicated parts of our relationships, and you know, some of I mean, I love the song "Someday When Things Are Good, I'm Gonna Leave You." I mean, you don't expect that next line. Yeah. So you know, he's really like hitting something that's, you know, for me it really hit because I've been married for 27 years, and you know, you don't always have sunshine and roses every day or every week. I mean, sometimes you are working at it, and sometimes you just have to have conversations that are difficult. And I mean, he really hits the nail on the head with a bunch of these songs.
If we make it through December, we'll be fine. Got laid off down at the factory.
You are such a Merle fan, obviously, but it was your fans that helped you with this album, the Kickstarter campaign. That is absolutely unbelievable. Tell us about that and how much money you raised.
Well, we had already made the record, and so really it was a question of how can I get this out to the world, because I felt really strongly about this record. I felt like there's going to be so many people who are going to already love these songs, and I was right. You know, when we got out to the folks that have been following me for years, and we asked them to pre-order the album, and we asked them to, you know, if you want to get something else, like, you know, I did handwritten lyrics. We had this party today. If you want a little, you know, tay-to-tay kind of meet and greet type of thing, if you'll pitch in a little extra, we got to go to New York and take the whole band. We got to go to LA and play at the Grammy Museum, take the whole band. I mean, these are all expenses that come out of the pocket because these are not paid engagements. And so these guys really helped me out. You know, I'm going to get a lot more people knowing about the record because my fans pitched in the beginning of the promotion.
Today I started loving you again. I'm right back.
It's your voice on this album that has garnered so much attention. I mean, you've already gotten attention from huge, big entities out there that have written about it, talked about it. I know here locally as well, we've been talking about it. It really hits home with so many different people. Did you expect that?
Well, I always related to Merle because I like a melody like he does. I always felt like we like to sing the same way. We like to have a lot of fun with our vocals. I can feel when he's having a good time swooping around with his voice and stuff. I can, it's kind of almost like you can just feel how happy he is doing those things. And of course, he's writing these melodies. So, he's been able to do that. I love to do that. Every night I try to make the song a little bit different. I phrase it just a little because I'm having fun with whatever my voice is doing that day. If I'm extra hoarse on a certain day, I phrase it differently so that I don't choke in the middle of something. But, I just feel that I feel a kindred spirit with him about the singing and how we love to sing.
I love it. Brand new album, Lucky. Check it out. Available now. The one and only Suzy Bogguss.
This new Lucky project has gotten great response from Suzy's fans, and Merle loves the new album too. Even Guy Gilchrist, the illustrator for the comic strip Nancy, got in on the action with a little love in his comic series. Time for a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll see why this next duo believes that life begins at North 40. We'll be right back.